Hello explorers, Kid Explorer here, and I'm back for another travel sustainability video. I'm going to give you a great travel tip, or maybe not. We'll find out at the end. But today I'm going to talk about carbon offsets. And what is carbon offsetting exactly? So in this video, we're going to talk about what it is. I'm going to tell you ways to offset your carbon, and I'm going to tell you if it is really worth it or not. So make sure you stay to the end so you can hear if it is worth it or not. And again, I am Kid Explorer, and here on my channel, I'll talk about all things travel and sustainability. So now let's get into today's video. So first, let's talk about what is carbon offsetting. Carbon offsetting is like the balance of you using carbon emissions in one part of the planet and then offsetting it by reducing your emissions somewhere else. So for example, as you know, travel takes up about 8% of what contributes to climate change. And about half of that is due to air travel. So say you are taking a plane across the globe to go on a trip and you want to offset those carbons. You can donate or do things to reduce your carbon in another part of the planet, maybe in that destination you're going to, or maybe back at home. I like planting trees or giving to different organizations that will help with like forest preservation or something like that. So that is what carbon offsetting is. So where can you offset your carbon usage? Well, first you need to find out how much carbon you're using. There's a lot of different calculators out there, but I found a calculator from sustainabletravel.org where you can put in, for example, your flight information, and it will calculate how much carbon you're going to use. Once you have that number, you can use it and go to different ways of donating based on your carbon usage. So now let's talk about organizations or where you can actually offset your carbon. First, there are some airlines that may actually let you offset your carbon when you book a flight. Now, I want you to, and that's not just for the airline, this is for any organization you may find, always do your research. So if the airline says, hey, you can offset your carbon, and they will do the calculation for you, make sure they have a plan. They should have a structured plan on their website of what they do with the carbon offsets. Do not just donate to the airline because it's convenient. You never know, they may or may not actually be using that to offset the carbon you're using by flying on their aircraft. So definitely make sure that they have a plan for carbon offsets before you donate. Now you could take that calculation from sustainabletravel.org and actually donate it to an organization, either globally, nationally, or locally, that will actually help the planet. So you could take that calculation, see how much that is in your currency, and go to somewhere like Arbor Day Foundation where you can plant that amount of money in trees. Trees are a great resource to fight carbon. So you could do that, or you can donate to Nature Conservancy. They have different goals and missions that they have on their website, so you could donate that money to that site. Or, you know, it could be something local. Like for me, it's Trees Atlanta. Again, planting trees and doing things like forest restoration in the area, but it's local and I can use that money to donate to help the Atlanta canopy. Again, as you find organizations, those are just some organizations that I donate to and I volunteer my time with. But as you donate, make sure, again, that organization is reputable. They have a mission. You can see the result of their missions on their website. So you want to make sure you do a little research before you just donate your money. Now, lastly, is it worth it? If you have no other option, yes, it's worth it. But the best thing to do is to reduce your carbon emissions. So you should be taking care and slowing down your travel, trying not to drive all over the place, trying to take alternative transportation, trying to eat locally. Those are ways to reduce your carbon, which is way better than offsetting your carbon. And I say this because carbon means you need to put it back in the planet. When you're emitting carbon, you're just taking and taking, and you're putting bad things out in the planet. You need to put good things into the planet and reduce how much you're taking away from the planet. So, like I said, if you just have to, there's no harm in donating to a reputable organization that is helping the planet rebuild and become healthier. But you really should work on reducing your carbon. This should be a little extra on the side from what you're already doing to reduce your uses and reduce your emissions. So let's recap. So today I talked to you about carbon offsets and what is carbon offsetting. I gave you the definition of carbon offsets. I told you where you can offset your carbon as well as how to calculate your carbon emissions. And I talked about, is it worth it? Which, is not really worth it because you actually need to work on reducing your emissions instead of just taking from the planet and putting bad things out there instead of trying to offset it through money. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's free for you to do so and helps me provide more and better content to you in the future. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about carbon offsetting, make sure you leave them down below in the comment box. And if you found this video helpful, leave me a little tip by hitting the thanks button down below. And lastly, you could check out my travel merchandise store by going down and clicking on the link below to become the exploring queen or king that you truly are. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.